That one's too thick. Y'all, as I mentioned, I'm over it. Now the plants I'm not over are the plants that are not being needy in this season of life, where I have to come out here every day to water. So my cucumber plant, my sweet potato vine, my had to clear out space, but my sweet potato vine, my gooseberry plant that really isn't producing, my lemongrass, things like that. I have time for those because they don't want to be baby. They don't want to sit here and be watered every day. But my tomatoes, my tomatillos, my peppers, they want to be watered every day, which is crazy because at the height of summer, I had to water them every other day and they were totally fine. They weren't wilting, they weren't looking crazy, and that was great. But now, no, baby, bye. I don't have time for this. We coming towards the end of the season and I'm just over it. I'm ready to start clearing those things out and keeping the things that don't have to be watered every day in. Excuse me. So that's the main goal for today. Thank you for your service, for knowing your efforts. We're appreciated. So my camera stopped recording because the sun, it overheated, which is another reason why I like to be in the shade when I'm recording and I got a late start. But remember the last week's video when I was talking about Bertha and cutting her down because life finds a way? Well, I had cut down my pepper plants, 3 weeks ago or so? And as I'm cleaning out these pots, the pots, I'm also pulling out weeds and the stakes and stuff in there. got to this. This was pepper plants. I cut them down to the base. Look what's growing. Pepper plants sprouting out of the stalk. I will say that I hope that I don't regret planting this tomatillo plant. With as many tomatillos I got this year, I don't think I'll have to plant any next year. But I could probably guarantee you I'm going to have a volunteer, because so many of them were eaten and I'm finding the shells. And there is a squirrel's nest in front of my house, and I'll insert a video. I was out the other day clearing up the weeds and whatnot. Found a tomatillo plant at the base of that tree in my front yard. Thanks to the squirrel. I came around here and I think he gone, y'all. Is he gone? Picking up sticks, not paying attention. It was a praying mantis. It was a little one right there. So I don't know if it was a baby or a male. But yeah. But I haven't been like taking care of this front hardly. So I was picking up weeds and picking up the sticks. You see, flower still there. Another one grew there. Weeds everywhere. But a squirrel has made a nest in my tree. And I haven't really come out here. Whew, where'd that praying mantis go? I don't know. He gone. But anyway, let's see if I can zoom in. You see this right there? That is a tomatillo plant. Did I plant any tomatillos up here? Absolutely not. But you know who dropped its poopy seeds? Freaking squirrel. Now, because I don't know where that praying mantis went to, it's gonna stay. I talked about the tomatillo plants that I find along my landscaping in the back. They were there, just didn't record it. And now, and I had never planted tomatillos in my yard. This is my first year. So with me having 2 plants, one of them being super productive or producing, I know they're going to be everywhere. They're going to be everywhere. Let me see. I'm going to try to clean up these other pots that I had cut down to peppers. I'm going to cut down this black cherry tomato plant I had planted late in the season. I actually got tomatoes from it, but it was feeding the wildlife more than it was feeding me. And I'm not going to worry about it. And the basil plant, the basil plant was another one of those that wanted to be watered every day. Seem like the white moths have been having a field day. But yeah, I'm just going to try to clear this out right now. Oh, well. Pepper plants grew back. Accidentally broke a piece off. Oh well. I think it's too late in the season. I don't think these are going to be productive. I'm going to leave them. Who knows? Who knows? Remember, I didn't really keep these particular tomato plants trimmed. I'm going to pick them, even though they didn't really get a chance to mature. But this tomato plant needed to be watered way too much for my liking. How sickly. Even though these tomato plants were planted late in the year, they gave me tomatoes. They did. All right, Miss Basil. Time for you to go. Yeah. This red onion was a no-go. Oh. Oh. I see a hornworm in there that is super dead. See, hopefully he's right there. He was little. Oh no, he's not dead. He's not dead. I don't know if I'm getting a... But he ain't dead, y'all. He alive. But guess what? You about to be now. Because something's going to get you. Something is going to get you. Just know it wasn't me. Now here, this was, what was this? Kim, what is that plant that you planted here with your basil? It was a time, sage. And the sage was looking for light because the basil had overtook it. She lived, and I'm gonna leave her there because maybe, I don't know, maybe she'll do something now that she has more light. Like the sun, y'all won't let me be great. It's starting to overheat. I mean, this is what it looks like. Hold on. Looking good. I still have sage and bell pepper plants that are trying to come back to life. For right now, I'm gonna water what's left over there and try to see if I can move in to somewhere that has shade, and if not, I'll just have to pick you up tomorrow. Alright friend, I'm starting to move into a more shaded part of the garden. As you can see, I cleared out the muskmelon. It got, surprise, surprise, powdery mildew. So I picked what was there, cut them off, even though they're small, took away the plant. I just left the peas there. And I think I'm gonna call this vlog Life Finds a Way, because as you saw, my pepper plants came back after I cut them down at the base. My peas came back. These were self-seeded. I did not have to do another round of seeds. They came back on their own and it's producing, and I see that one's broken. Hopefully I can, the stem broke. So, and I've already gotten two. I picked one, but 2 peas. But Bertha, y'all, look at Bertha right there. Let's see, she's got growth, so she just may come back. My marigolds that I had and enough for this other plant was, they're dying off. I'm not going to do anything with them because I'm saving seeds, so I'm going to leave those for now. My snapdragons are really starting to come in nice. I have to harvest onions, but we'll do that on another video. I'm watering, I'm using rainwater. I do have my hose out. But while I was looking, I do have some gooseberries in here. Look. Look. Ooh, don't drop it. Now these came from seed from the grocery store. I had bought some Peruvian gooseberries and I saved the seeds and I've been planting them. And I'm actually going to get a chance to eat some because last year them animals got me. But they got some, look. And they grow just like tomatillos. Just like tomatillos. I got a few more in there. They came from my garden. I don't see nothing on them. Let's try them. Finally, it has happened to me. I got to eat some of my oh, choking. Gooseberries. Oh yeah. And another small victory, y'all. You know how I broke my camera stand? Or my phone stand? Well, I was cleaning because around this time, I start cleaning out my house because winter's coming and I don't want to be up in the house feeling claustrophobic because of a bunch of junk. So I start clearing out stuff. And I had a tall plant stand that had like a four-head, a plant light stand. The lights went out and I said, I wonder if I could use the base for my camera stand. And did. Now I'm holding the top part. The top part is actually from my camera stand. The bottom part is from the plant stand. But all I gotta do, tell me why that broke when I moved it. Oh my God, what is it about the plastic stretch? I was so excited, and look at me. I might be able to fix this, but hold on. I just gotta use some brute force to put it back in there. And this, y'all, I'm just gonna cut it. Because look what happened to that watermelon that was right there. It just shriveled up. Let me see. It's right there. And I got something growing there. It doesn't look healthy. This whole plant is diseased. We just gonna cut it. And we gonna take our watermelon. Well, I got one watermelon off of it, but I cut it too early. But we're just gonna say for this year, pumpkin and watermelon, we're done. It's a bust. It's still blooming, but it's just so much powdery mildew. It's a no. That squash is looking good. And I see I have another loofah growing there. So I'm just gonna water was still alive. I wanted to pull that pepper plant, but I don't think I'm going to get to it. I'm getting pretty tired and pretty hot, y'all, in the sun. I'm losing the sun. So I'm just going to clean up what I got, just water the rest, and move on. And I'll see you tomorrow. I lied. There have been discoveries. First of all, what you see there? What you see there? What you see there? Baby, how on earth did I miss that watermelon? Can you tell me how I missed that watermelon? I need to know. I need answers. Cut down this pumpkin plant. It didn't have any pumpkins on it. So I mean, I guess that's a good thing. But the watermelon plant was diseased as well with rust. And so I showed you the shriveled one. And then here's another one that's not doing too well. This one. But how did Mama miss this? How did Mama miss that? How did Mama miss this? You stay right there and grow, my pretty. That's the biggest one. It ain't all bust. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jeebus. And I pulled the carrot. It's over there. Now, I am a little nervous, though. I am a little nervous about the squash. It has squash growing, but it has powdery mildew. I cut what I could and sprayed it down. So hopefully I can get a couple more squash before it goes. But let's pull another carrot. Look, I'm getting little short ones, y'all. And it's also, though, goes to show you it didn't die. I let those caterpillars have their way. It grew back. Carrot just fine. And the caterpillars are gone. But they're little babies. Little babies. Oh, another loofah. You know, my mom tells me all the time that some of my stuff, even though my garden usually grows just fine, but she's like, you just have to stop caring, Kim. You have problems because you care. You right, mama. I got that big juicy watermelon. I got more loofahs growing. I think those cucumbers are pickled. Cucumbers for pickling. Things are coming back even though I cut them down. Even though things are looking a little rough right now, I'm super pleased. Like I wish, oh, now it lets me zoom out. I wish, you know, it could stay like how it always stays during the midsummer. I mean, the loofah looking like that, but I'm pleased. I'm pleased that things are starting to come back. Now I swear, friend, this time. Bye.